Hey guys, hope you're doing well. My name is Amir and it's the second episode of Earn Money with Web Scraping on CodeMate TV. But before starting, I want to say that I've shared a new post on my YouTube community, and from now on you can drop your challenges, you can talk about your projects, and if you find something really difficult and challenging, you can let me know. And if I get free time, I will record a video about it. So now let's get it started. For this episode, I've decided to work on this project, lead generation, agents data collection. I took this one from Upwork, as you can see, and they pay $30 for this job, and we have to just scrape name, phone numbers, and emails as well. And actually this project is a little challenging and difficult. You have to send some information to ajax form, so it sounds like a real one, and I'm going to show you how you can complete this project on your own and simply take $30, for example, for this job. So first, let's check out the website that we are going to scrape and work with. It's fortune.com. I mean, it's not fortune.com, it's Fortune Reality Inc. I haven't seen this website before, and actually it's not important. And it was said that we have to go to the agents tab as I clicked here, and we need to grab the names, the emails and phone numbers, as you can see, and there are many data in this URL, fir.com agents, and we need to, our scraper need to click on load more, which is a bit challenging, as I said, and then we have to wait for 5 seconds here. And the good news is that I'm not going to use Selenium. So we're going to complete this project using Scrapy, one of the powerful framework and library in web scraping field. And it's really interesting. And I will show you how you can click on load more and grab data. And yeah, that's it. So let's code. Let's open our VS Code. I've created agents.py on Upwork episode 2 directory, and now I want to code. So I want to use Scrapy in Python, and you can simply install it by this command in your terminal. I don't want to use virtual environment. If you want, you can create your new virtual environment in Python, because I'm not going to use a Scrapy side projects, and we are going to create a spider class manually, and that's why I'm not going to use Scrapy projects, and I don't want to use settings and pipelines and items as well. So, and you need to install Python, and I believe you know how to install it. And the first thing that we need to do to create our own scraper in a Scrapy, we have to create a class, and we need to give it a name, class agent, and it's from its parent, if I'm not mistaken. We have to use scrapy.spider for our spiders, robots or scrapers or something like that. And then we need to specify a name. It's not necessary when you want to work with classes manually, because I'm going to show you how you can run your spider in command line by using just Scrapy run spider instead of Scrapy crawl, which I was doing in the first episode. And I want to give it a name, and the first thing that we need to do is that we have to create our start requests ourselves. And it just takes self. It's object oriented in Python, and you have to give it the URL, and then we say Scrapy request and URL, and then we need to specify our callback function, and it's going to be something like self.run instead of self.parse as always. And let me just grab the URL first, and then it starts requesting, it starts sending a GET request to this URL when you implement start request yourself instead of using start URLs in Scrapy start projects. And now we have to implement our run function here, self, and this time we need to put response here because it receives response from this request, and we can later work with this response here. And but I wanna put it on hold and work with a Scrapy shell. Scrapy shell, as you know, is really powerful, and I showed you in the first episode how you can use and fetch information and requests in Scrapy shell. It's really helpful and powerful. And first let me send a request to this URL and check the CSS and XPath elements, HTML elements. And you have to test, and I've tested before, and I found that these data are available by sending the first GET request, so we don't need to look for script tag, we don't look for hidden APIs and other stuff, and all data are available by sending a first GET request. And let's see, where are the data? Where is the data? So we can see that each agent is located in each card count. So I just want to grab its class and say that our agents, so let me first show you. So it's a div class with this it's a div element with that class. As you see, we took all elements for those agents, so I just want to put all of them in a agent because we're going to work with them. So because names and emails and phone numbers are located in div name, div info, and also div info has two A tags, and the first one is for phone number and the second one is for email address, and I'm going to show you how you can do it yourself. So I want to say that I just want to work with the first element of that agents, because I'm going to show you how you can grab data for one of the agents, and then we simply create a loop here, and I will show you. So let me put pass here. So we have the agent here. It's the first element of this agent, but it's not similar to one because I found that each time that you send requests, it gives random agents to us. So it's not similar to Adele. I'm not able to say his name or her name, by the way. Okay, and yeah, from agent we can say that agent CSS, we are going to use CSS a lot in this tutorial. There is a div because there was a div here, and it has a name in its class, and we have to go to a tag and then grab the text. So let me show you. Okay, we took the name of that first agent, and then we can say that there is a tag. So we have the a tag right now, and we can simply say that I just want the text of that a tag, and it didn't work because we have to use get to get that data. For example, I don't know why I'm not able to. So Xiaomarobi or something like that. Okay, we have the name, and now let's grab the emails and phone numbers. So let's check out the class. I think it's info. It's info, and oh, my bad. Okay, we took info class. I mean, there is a div that has a class of info. Okay, so so let me just say that there is a tag, and as you can see that it's the phone number here, and we can simply say that I want its text as we did for name. But how to grab the emails, because there is two a tags here. I just say that I want to take get all, so you take both texts on both a tags, and we can simply say that the first one is the phone number, the second one is our email address. So let's implement these in our run function. So we can say that there are agents here, and just let me copy that, something like card count, or yeah, if I'm not mistaken here. So we have all agents. So now we want to say that each agent in agents has those data. Has those data is okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. So in Scrapy we need to yield information. We want to take name. Let me use in this format. Also we want to grab their phone, also and also the last one, which is email address. So now we have to just see what we used for name. I think it was, so let me just test it. Oh no. I think this one, we can say that you have to do this for all agents. We take the name, and also here we take their email address, and we just need to take the first one in Python. Don't forget these. Okay, sounds okay, but it's a little bit weird, isn't it? Let me just check everything for a second time. Sounds okay. We send request, we yield data. Yeah, it's okay. Just let me exit the Scrapy shell and run this run this spider. So you can run the spider using Scrapy run spider, if I'm not mistaken, and we have to say that agent.py, and I wanna see the output in a JSON format, and I say that out.json, but we need to specify that it's a output. Let's check out. Oh, non-type object is not iterable. Is it non-type object? So why is that like that? What's happening here? So start requests. What's the problem of start request? Scrapy. Oh, I forgot to put the yield at the first of that one. You have to always, when you want to go to next function and do other stuff, you have to always use yield. And let's see, we have the data for the first page, but it was really simple because the next step is really challenging and hard, and I'm afraid to explain it to you because I'm not good at explaining, but let's see. So now let's check out how we can grab other information that we want. That's why I'm going to open my network tab and simply click on load more. And as you can see, there is admin ajax.php. First time that I saw this request here, and I found that I need to use Selenium or Chrome driver or something, because after this Ajax, it loads data using JavaScript in this website, as you saw, and it sounds a little bit difficult because I don't like to use Selenium. And honestly, I think using Selenium is not web scraping. Actually, it's just automating and testing, because when you send requests normally, it's fast. It's really fast, and that's the thing that I want for doing for my own projects. And definitely, if you complete a project using a Scrapy or requests, it is more valuable than working or completing that project using Selenium or Playwright on other stuff, because those are really simple and slow, by the way. And then after clicking on this request, I found that it's a post request, and it posts data to this admin.ajax php, not admin.admin ajax.php, and in payload it sets these parameters. And when I look to review or response, I found that, wow, here we can find everything that we are looking for, names and even extra information, their link and thumbnail, title. We can grab the image, and all other things that we want are here: phone number, email, name. Yeah, that's it. So we can simply send requests to this Ajax API. I'm not sure that it's API or something. Just when you send post to this API, I mean this URL, and send payloads as well, you can simply grab the data. That's it. But I'm not worried about request headers and response and cookies and all other stuffs. Thanks to Scrapy, it's really powerful and handles these steps. But you have to send payloads yourself, and it's loaded agents. And I found that these are the agents that first loaded on websites, and each agent has its own ID. At first I thought it's something else, and then I found that whenever you send Ajax request, you can take the post ID of that agent, and then we can add that ID to this loaded agent and go for next load more data. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm not good at explaining, but I hope you understand what I'm talking about. As you can see, look, these other IDs appended to that list, and we can simply click on load more, send post request to that Ajax URL, grab the data, and also grab the first parse information that we want, such as name, emails, and phone number. Then take the post ID and then append that post ID to this loaded agent list. See? But there is a problem here, which was a little bit difficult and weird when I just saw this payload. Where is the first loaded agent's ID? Because we need to send the post request for the first time, and we do not have these post ID for the first agents in the first URL. And the good news is that after looking on HTML tag, I found that there is a hidden input here. Let me refresh the page. So we need to have those IDs, and for the first post request to that Ajax URL, we need them. And I found that here. When we refresh, when open the page, there is a hidden input which has all IDs that we want for starting our job. It's really interesting, yeah? And we can simply take it by using, there is an input and it has this loaded agent's ID. We simply take the value of this element and then start our post request. Start posting or sending our post requests. So let me show what I was talking about. First of all, you need to import form requests from Scrapy when you want to send post requests. It's a little bit different. And first of all, we need those, let me just, those values, I mean those loaded agents, something like that. So we can simply say that after completing this for loop, we need something like it's a, let me just say that it's a loaded agents, and from response, I mean from this response, because it's in the, it is located in the first request that we sent, I mean first get request using a Scrapy request. I want to use XPath because I found it more convenient. And it's an input tag, I mean, and it had this ID. You have to use this structure in your code when you want to use XPath. And loaded agents, and also I have to say that it has an attribute which is let me see, it's a text or no, they are located in value, so we have to take value. So we cannot say that we want its text because there is no text. We can simply say that we want the value of that hidden input, so we have it right now. Now then, we just need to say that let me just take that Ajax URL, where it is, okay, it's the Ajax URL, and we want to send post request to this URL, and we need that payload. So I want to say that data is let me copy the payload, and we don't need language and agent name because we didn't filter the data here. If you filter, you need to send their payloads as well. Where's my VS Code? Okay, we need office, and also the most important one, loaded agent. Just let me prepare my parameters in a way that websites want, but we don't want these ones, and we have to say instead it's the loaded agents. Let me just check everything is fine, and okay, we have the data, we have the Ajax URL. Now we can send a request and see what happens. Again, we have to use yield, but now we cannot say Scrapy that request, or if you have checked my first video, I use response.follow, but here it's different. We have to say that form request because we have imported it, and form request takes some parameters. The first one is URL, that I want to say that it's our ajax URL, and also we have to pass our data, and you can say that our form data is equal to data, and also it wants a function, I mean a callback function. What should I do after sending request to this URL? You have to parse the information or everything that you want. Our callback function is something like ajax parser, for example, and it sounds okay, and it's weird a little bit. I think I'm always thinking that I forgot something to tell you. Okay, sounds okay. Let me just create our ajax parser here. It takes self and response again. So we have the data, and let me just print the response, and everything is okay. We can continue to we can use json.loads and load data in JSON format, and yeah, that's all that we want for our final step. So it sounds okay. Let me just run the code. Okay, there is error. And sometimes it's weird because it cannot find the email address, and I just rerun the code and it will be okay. Again, ajax parser. What happened? Oh, I had to say that ajax URL instead of ajax parser. It has some cache from my last code, and it suggests some information, and actually it's pretty good because it doesn't take my time. Self.ajax parser. Okay, sorry. Let me okay, here we go. Here it is, maybe. So we have the data that we are looking for: post ID, link, thumbnail, and image URL, and title, and everything. So, and let me show you now how we can parse this data. Let me just copy this one, and I wanna show you on JSON viewer. Oh, it has my cache. So yeah, here is the data, and we simply say that we want post IDs because we have to append this post ID to loaded agents list and use it in this next post request. Actually, we don't need permalink or thumbnail. We want title, mobile, and email. So in we first need to convert this data into JSON format, and I want to say that let's import JSON. Then I can say that JSON.loads, and we have to convert this response.text to JSON format. We don't need this print. And now I want to say that for how can I say, for d in data, we want our yield function again. Let me just copy these. I'm not lazy actually, but God. Okay, we can simply say that d.title. Let me see, it's a title with capital, or yeah, it's just a title. Then the mobile, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, mobile, and also email. Email is correct. E with capital E or something. No, it's just it. And that's it. And also, let me just show you for the first post requests and grabbing the second 25 agents information. I want to show you the output, then I will show you how you can append those, these post IDs to the loaded agents parameter, data. So, okay, sounds okay. Okay. Without error. And yeah, there it is. We have the first 50 data from that website. And now we just have to say that because we want to continue and because we want to go through or load more Ajax APIs. It's not APIs. I don't know why I use Ajax APIs, Ajax URL. Maybe it's API. I'm not good at networking and other things. And yeah, we want to go through all of them as the job says. We have to collect all available agents. So we don't, and also there are more problems in this website, and I'm going to show you. There is no limitation here. You can send as much as requests to this Ajax URL as you want, and it's weird because we have to stop our robot. But let me go through it step by step. Okay, first of all, so we have a list here. We have to create the list, loaded agents, and I want to set it as non-type object here, non-type variable actually. And there is a problem here because when we grab this information from website, it's in string format. It is in this format, and their data are located here, and we don't want this because we cannot append to a string. And first we need to convert it into a class, into a list object. Then we append values, IDs to this list because we cannot append to a string format. So it's a string format, and by using JSON, I want to say that our self.loaded agents is equal to JSON.load string format. JSON simply convert our list string or a string list into a real list actually. So now we can say that at first preparation we have a loaded agents list, and the values are the first values for the first URL. Then after sending the our first post requests, we can say that we don't want to yield this information. We just want to say that our self.loaded agents that append, because now it's a list. We can say that D and it was ID or post ID. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, it is post ID. So we want to append post ID to our loaded agents list, and now we have to put this part into a while loop because we want to send as much request as we want. And I can say that, and we have to always update our data, our parameters. So we can say that it's a while loop, and I will show you how you can break this loop. And each time it use our self.loaded agents list, and values are updated here, and each time it run this code, send a new request to this ajax URL, and then it grab information, it parse name, phone, and emails, and then append post IDs for those agents to the loaded agents list that we just created. Just let me check everything is fine. Okay, we need to update our data. Okay, sounds okay. I hope this time I don't get blocked, because last night I sent something like 150 requests. Okay, let me save this agents.py and check out. I just want to check everything is okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it is grabbing and parsing data, and we are taking 200 response code, so it sounds okay. It is updating our output.json. I wanna press Control C because we have to break this loop, and I found that let me show you. And I found that each time that I send request, there is no limitation, which was not good actually. And because we have to break this loop, I couldn't find anything in this website. For example, some URLs, when you send requests in response, you find something. For example, there are 1000 agents. So I know that there are 1000, and I count my list, and if it reaches to 1000, I break the loop. So here I couldn't find anything, and like normal way of web scraping, there is no next page URL, so I cannot say that if there is no next page URL, you have to break. So I'm going to send requests as much as I can, and I found that some data are repetitive in this list. And let me show you. For example, let me select. Now there is no repetition here. I don't know why, but last night it gave me many repetitive information and data for the agents. And for example, there were 2 Mikkel Carcenti, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. For example, this one do not have this one doesn't have, I mean, phone number. And let me check Isabella. Oh yeah, for example here, Jessica Velasco, if I'm not mistaken, you can see that this Jessica Velasco is repeated here. And it was weird, and I found that it's not my problem. And I went through load more pages, and I found that, yeah, some agents are repetitive and come again in website, and it's a problem of website. It's not our web scraping, I mean, not our web scraping problems. And I found that we can I can simply say that I can initiate a stop variable here and say that if the self dot stop equals to 0, you have to continue parsing information. And here in data, I said that if there is no data, you have to break the loop. I mean, you have to change the stop variable that we created. Let me show you. For example, I say that if len data equals to 0, it means that there is no data. And we can say that our self dot stop now is equal to 1, and then you have to simply return none, because when you return it breaks this function. And also we set the stop variable here so it doesn't run again. I mean, it doesn't look for this form request again. But I found that there is no limitation. I went through thousands of agents and many of them were repetitive. And let me run the code again and take more data, and let's see our, oh, there is a syntax error, I think. Oh, there is not. Just let me, okay, again let me rerun the code. Now it's okay. It's grabbing information and updating out. It's not updating, it's create a new output.json, and then as always. And I found this website, remove duplicate lines, is really helpful. And we can take our, for example, this string, I mean this JSON, and put it here, and it removes the repetitive lines, and we can grab the agents that we want. And there are some agents, as you can see, are repetitive. And let me just check out my request. Okay, I think it's enough because I don't want to lose my IP address. Let me just break this, because there is no data, and this while loop going to be an infinite while loop. So let me just check the JSON. Look at the 1926, and there are some repetitive, as you can see. For example, Esther, Kevin Wiseman, you can see that 1 2 3 4 5 6 times it is being repeated for 6 times, which is not appropriate. And you can simply, because when you control C, it cannot. Let me just grab data, and you can use this website as I just showed you, and you can copy and take the unique agents, numbers, emails, and names as well. Okay. Well, actually we are done here. As you can see, we scraped all needed information for this job post on Upwork. It was a bit challenging, I know, but it will be okay, because in each episode I'm going to select a real world project and job post on Upwork and other freelancing websites. So you will learn how to scrape data from everywhere at the end. And in each episode I'm going to use some new skills, maybe Selenium, maybe Python requests, maybe other things. There are many useful libraries and frameworks in web scraping in Python, so we will go through all of them if it's necessary. So I'm going to work with the Scrapy most of the time because it's powerful enough. And as you know, my name is Amir, and I hope you learned something new from this video, from me, from this episode. So, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, because it really motivates me to create more content for you. And if you have any questions about code, you can ask in the comments, or you can send email directly. And also I will put the code in my GitHub, and you can find a link in the description below. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video.